Hi, thank you, and welcome back to Missed It by How Much. Today we're finishing up August the 12th, 1994. We're looking at results from National League games. We'll start today with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Florida Marlins. Gary Sheffield at bat in the bottom of the first with 2 on, and he hits one to short. Over to second for 1. The runner is out, and the batter is 2. Double play. Runner on third with 2 outs still in the bottom of the first. Rick White pitching to Jeff Conine, and that's deep. And over what would have been the horrible monument out left center field. That's a home run. Florida leads 2-0. 19 home runs on the year for Jeff Conine. Move along to the top of the fourth with 1 out. Andy Van Slyke with a runner on. He hits one in the corner. The right field gap. The runner on first is going to try to score. He will, and Van Slyke ends up at third with a triple. Score is 4-1, Florida. Move ahead to the top of the fifth, 4-2 Florida. Bowen pitching to Jay Bell with a runner on second with 1 out. He hits a single up the middle. It looks like the run will score. Jay Bell gets a single, and the score is now 4-3 Marlins. We move along to the bottom of the fifth. Florida up still 4-3. Conine swings again and hits one deep to left, and it is gone. His second home run of the game. He's up to 20 home runs, 396 feet. And the Marlins take the lead even larger, 5-3 over the Pirates. To the top of the sixth, still 5-3. Runner on second. And Bowen walks Midri Cummings. Runners on first and second with 1 out. The batter is Don Slott. He hits one into right field. That's a base hit. The runner from second. It looks like he's going to hold. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. Varsho hits one down to third. He goes to the plate. And that's the only play. 2 down. Bases remain loaded. And Carlos Garcia is the batter. The pitch is hit down to second. Easy play to first. Barbary to Garcia. No run scored, still 5-3. Top of the eighth, Florida is now ahead 6-3. The Pirates are up. Cummings singles into left field with nobody out. Still the top of the eighth. Richie Lewis pitching to Don Slott. He hits one to third. The runner is out. And the batter is 2. 2 down now. For Tom Foley, he singles into right. He'll hold at first. Now we move to the top of the ninth with 2 outs. Florida looking to wrap this up. Ground ball to second. It looks like Nen has the save. And the Marlins win 6-3 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Up next, the Mets take on the mighty Montreal Expos in Montreal. The first place Montreal Expos trying to keep their lead over the Braves, which we'll see next against the Astros. Bottom of the first, 2 down. Pete Smith pitching to Moises Alou, and he hits it deep to right, and it's gone. That's a solo shot, 363 feet. Montreal takes the early lead 1-0. to the bottom of the third with 2 outs, a runner on second, and Moises Alou again swings and hits it deep, and it's gone. That's 2 home runs in a game in his first 2 at-bats. It's now 3-0 Montreal. Could we see a 3 or 4 home run game from Moises Alou? It's possible, with only this being the 3rd inning. Move to the top of the 4th with 2 outs. Ken Hill pitching for Montreal. Bobby Bonilla, and that's gone. There's no point in even running. He's hit a solo shot. It's 3-1. For Bonilla, that was 380 feet to right field. 3-1 Expos. Top of the 8th, 4-1 now. Ken Hill still on the mound with a runner on first. And there's a ground ball to short, and it's kicked by Cordero. That leaves runners on first and second with 1 out. The 3-1 pitch to Todd Hundley is a base hit into right field. It's coming to the plate. Let's see if he scores or they hold him. The bases are loaded with 1 out. The next batter is Burnett. He hits one up the middle. 1 run will score. Let's see if they go for a second run. The throw to the plate. He is out. It's 4-2, but it could have been 4-3. Now we have runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Bonilla up again, and he walks. So the bases are loaded, 2 outs, tying run at second. Top of the 8th, 4-2 Montreal. Hill left in to pitch to Jeff Kent. And he singles into the gap, and everybody's going. Here we go, around the merry-go-round. Let's see if all 3 runs score on Kent's double. The throw is cut off, 3 runs home. The Mets take the lead 5-4. They left it in too long. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 5-4 Mets. Nobody on. Up first, Lenny Webster, and he hits one deep to right. And it's back. And it's gone. We're tied. Just like that, Lenny Webster gets us a tie, 378 feet. It's 5-5 after that great double with 3 runs scoring. The Mets give the lead right back. Still in the bottom of the 8th, nobody on. Mike Maddox now into pitch against Sean Berry. He hits one just to the right of second base into center field. Leadoff go-ahead run on at first. Still nobody out. Maddox still in, pitching to Lansing. Mike hits one into left field. That moves the runner over to second. Still nobody out. Let's see if they try to bunt the runners over here against Maddox. There's a fly ball from Juan Bell out in left field. I doubt that's taggable, but let's see. Nope, the runner's holding. 1 down. Now it's second and third with 1 out. Still tied 5-5. Marquise Grissom hits one to right. It's pretty deep. It's playable, though. That's the second out. He's going to tag. Here comes Berry to the plate. And he's safe. Lansing also tags up and moves to third. It's 6-5, top of the 9th. Nobody out. Wetland comes in for the save against Segui. Ground ball to first. Easy play. Pitcher not needed. Larry Walker takes it. 1 down. 2 outs to go. Wetland's pitch to Ryan Thompson. Ground ball to second. Quick throw to first. 2 down. 1 out away. Montreal looking to keep their lead in the National League East. And Stinnett is up, and he hits a long fly ball. Easy play. Left field. And this one's over. Wetland gets the save. 6-5. Mets lose to the Expos. Going back to look at the box score for the Pirates and the Marlins. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for Florida. 3 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 teams for including 2 home runs. Nothing after that. Gets in, gets the save, gets apologize for missing that one on the first time. Let's look at the Expos. Back and forth battle there. 2 for Jeff Darby. Big Blue with 2 home runs. Gave runner and a little too long the old days count. Next up, the aforementioned Astros at the Braves. Trying to catch up on the wild card lead in the National League. Let's see how they did. Greg Maddux on the hill, looking for his third Cy Young in a row. Has a runner at second with one out in the top of the first, and Ken Caminiti hits one in the gap. That'll score a run. It's 1-0 quick early lead for the Astros. Scoring is Thompson, a double for Caminiti. Bottom of the first, 2 out. Braves threatening, runners at first and second. David Justice hits a single up the middle. Let's see if they're going to try to score on this play. Nope, cut off, bases loaded, 2 outs. And Terry Pendleton up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. This should be an easy play to first. It is. And Houston escapes the first inning jam. Still 1-0 Astros. Go to the top of the third, runner on first. Steve Finley up, and he hits one deep to right, and gone. 2-run home run. That's his 12th of the season, 372 feet. Houston leads 3-0 off Greg Maddux. Bottom of the third, 2 out, 2 on. Terry Pendleton again up, and this time he comes through. Single to center. Runners will hold, and it'll be bases loaded again with 2 out. Javi Lopez up, the catcher, and he strikes out. And the Braves leave the bases loaded. Pete Harnisch strikes him out. Been living right in jams, but no runs scored. 3-0 Houston to the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. And Greg Maddux at the plate swings and drives one into the right field gap, and it's gone 400 feet. Who says pitchers can't hit? Atlanta cuts the lead to 3-1 Astros on top. Harnisch pitching now in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out. Runner on first. And he walks Klesko. First and second, 2 down. Again in another jam. His 4th walk so far. And the batter is Fred McGriff. He drives one to deep right. That's a 3-run home run. 385 feet. Atlanta comes back and takes the lead 4-3, bailing out Greg Maddux, who for once is not putting on his usual sparkling pitching performance. To the top of the fifth with 2 outs, runner on third. Maddux pitches to Caminiti. Ground ball to second. It's kicked. And everybody's safe. A run scores. Rafael Belliard doesn't make the play. It's tied at 4. Top of the fifth still with a runner on first. Maddux still not getting it done. Gives up the base hit up the middle. There's going to be runners. Oh, is it going to be safe at third? Yes. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. Top of the fifth. Maddux pitches to Service, and he hits one into center field. Another run scores. Houston retakes the lead, and there's still runners at the corners. 5-4, Houston retakes the lead. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Harnisch has got a runner on second, 2 out, and surprise, surprise, his 5th walk of the game puts the tying run, the go-ahead run, at first base with 2 out. Roberto Kelly hits a comebacker. Easy play. Harnisch again escapes a jam, has the lead. We'll see if he comes out for the next inning. Top of the 6th now. Greg Olson takes over for Maddux. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, and he strikes out Thompson. He gets out of a jam. However, Atlanta still trails Houston 5-4. Harnisch is still left in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out, and he walks Ryan Klesko, walk number 6. Boy, living dangerously. We'll see if he could continue. Fred McGriff up there with 1 out, runner on, bottom of the 6th, and he hits a ground ball to second. Picked up over the shortstop for 1. The runner is out, and the hitter is 2. And Harnish gets out of it again. Still 5-4 Houston. To the bottom of the 7th. Lewis is pitching to Lopez. He hits one to left. Easy out. Ends the inning. To the 8th. 5-4 Houston. To the bottom of the 8th now. Running out of time for the Braves. Veras against Belliard with nobody out in the inning. Hits one down to third. Caminetti throws him out. One down. 2 outs now. Still in the bottom of the 8th. Veras to Roberto Kelly, and there's a ground ball short of third. They're not going to be able to get him with that kind of speed. Cedeno picks it up and holds it, eats it. The tying run is at first, 2 down, bottom of the 8th. Veras to Blauser, and he hits it deep, but playable. Left field, caught. And it's still 5-4 Houston over the Braves on the road. To the top of the 9th. Nobody on. 0-2 pitch to Steve Finley, and he hits it to the gap, and he's running. And he's chugging. Let's see if he can get 3 out of this. Picked up. Looks like he's going to hold up. Stay in scoring position with 1 out. Let's see if Houston can get an insurance run here against Greg McMichael. Milt Thompson up there with 1 down, and he hits a base hit into left field. Let's see if they try to send him. He throws to the plate, and he is safe. Houston gets an insurance run. They're up 6-4 in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th, nobody out. 3-2 pitch from Todd Jones, the closer, to Ryan Klesko. And he walks. The tying run comes to the plate against Todd Jones. Can Houston, who's been escaping jams all game long, get out of this one? It's a fly ball to center. It's going to fall. We're going to hold there. First and second. Nobody out. 6-4 Houston. Bottom of the 9th. Nobody out. Here's David Justice. Jones's pitch, and it's hit deep to the gap. And it's gone, and that's it. A walk-off 3-run home run by David Justice. 393 feet on the home run, and each one of them feels great as he walks around the 360 feet to home plate. 6-4. Excuse me, 7-6 on the final. Let's look at the box score. An exciting win. Walk-off win for the Braves. Look at this. Chance to win. Got to be up in the 95+% chance. And then it goes downhill after a single Justice's 3-run. Just in a valiant effort. He hit 2 for Thompson. 2 hits for Daniel. For the Braves, 3 hits, 3 RBI. Just 3 home. Also 2 hits. Pregnant is very shaky, even though it's earned, but only 4 yards in. He's not part of the performance. Michael gets even though the run below the Dave. He's Harnish. 6 8 runs, 6 walks, 4 K. I don't know what to say about. And he was the win. They hold on. Todd Jones even isn't even important. That's what you want to see out of. Next up, Philadelphia Phillies at the Busch Stadium with the AstroTurf. One of the most beautiful, iconic parks of any decade, especially with the arch. Very beautiful now, too. But the AstroTurf, again, lovely to look at, not great to play on. Move to the bottom of the second. Munoz is up against Gilkey. He hits a ground ball to second. They get the quick play to second. A run scores. St. Louis up 1-0. Still in the bottom of the second, Munoz to Alisayan. He hits one off the wall, just barely at the bottom of the wall. A run will score and make it 2-0. Let's see if he tries for 3. He has some speed. And he does. He makes it. He slides, but he didn't need to. 2-0 St. Louis. Here in the bottom of the second. Munoz still in the bottom of the third pitching, 2 out. Mark Whiten, you know he's got power. And he shows off right there. Right center field in the gap and over the wall, 374 feet. 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Looking like a rout. Bottom of the sixth. Munoz still pitching. Gilkey's up. And he hits one deep to the power alleys and way out. That looked like over 400. Let's see. 415 feet. 5-0 Cardinals lead. And this one's a rout, and Munoz needs to go ice his arm. To the bottom of the sixth. Borland now pitching with 2 on and 1 out. Langford hits one into the corner. Probably 2 runs will score. Langford can run, and he's going for 3. And safe. 5-0 goes to 7-0, and this is a laugher. We go to the top of the ninth, 2 outs. And Stocker hits a comebacker. That'll do it. 8-1 is the final score. Blowout time in St. Louis. Let's go look at the box score quickly. 8 runs, 10 hits, 0 errors for St. Louis. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Phillies. Take a look at the hits. Two for Greg Jeffries, 2 for Gil, 2 for Alice, 2 for Paisley. Balance hitting 10 hits for St. Louis. Pete Julia, 3 for 3. 7 total for Philadelphia. Run. St. Louis. Mark Bernard Gilkey. Munoz takes the toss. 4 runs, 5 innings, quickly with Chicago. Right. He's 0-2, so pretty good season. These are 7-6. Yeah, it's a great outing. 7-2, 1 run. Is the top of the team in attendance? Three games left. Start next with the Cincinnati Reds, who are right in the thick of the Central for the title or a wild card against the Colorado Rockies, who's missing Andres Galarraga. We'll see how this affair turns out. Start off in the bottom of the first. The Rockies up with runners on the corners with 2 outs. Eric Hansen pitching. Kingery hits one to short, and the throw is not in time by Larkin. A run scores. It's a quick early lead, 1-0 Rockies. Still in the bottom of the first, Hansen pitches to Vanderwall, and there's a walk. The replacement for Galarraga. Bases are loaded, and Joe Girardi is up. And he singles to left field. 1 run will score. Let's see if they send the second one. Here he comes. The throw to the plate. He is safe. 3-0 Colorado. Not what you wanted to see as a Reds fan. To the top of the fourth. 2 on, 1 out. And Brett Boone strikes out. Chasing a bad pitch. 2 down in the top of the sixth. Harris against Hal Morris, and that's rocked to right field, up in the air, in Mile High Stadium, and that's gone. So the Reds come back. It's 3-1, 421 feet for Hal Morris, but alas, only a solo shot. 3-1 Colorado. Top of the seventh, still 3-1. 2 runner on second with 2 outs. Tomlinson is walked. So the tying run is on. The go-ahead run's coming to the plate against Greg Harris. Brumfield hits one to third. Easy throw to first. That ends the inning. Still 3-1 Colorado. Greg Harris still pitching in the top of the 8th, up 3-1. Deion Sanders hits a slow roller to short, and you know with his speed, he's going to make it. He's on with a single. See if he tries to steal. Still with nobody out. Fly ball to right. And it drops. That was a surprising single for Larkin. Looked like it was going to be caught. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Still 3-1 Colorado. Harris still pitching with nobody out. Hal Morris, who's homered, hits one to center, and it drops. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded. Nobody out. You got to pull the pitcher at this point, right? Nope. They bring the infield in, and he strikes out Kevin Mitchell. Well, that's why I'm not managing. 1 out. Still bases loaded. A 3-0 pitch is a walk. Brett Boone's walk. That forces in a run. It's 3-2. Bases loaded. 1 out. Let's see if they go to the bullpen now. Munoz is in. 1-2 count on Tony Fernandez. Infield pulled in and a ground ball to third. Let's see where they go. The throw is to the plate, 1 out, and back to first, not in time. No double play. It's 2 outs. Bases remain loaded. It's still 3-2 Colorado. You talk about a jam. Back at regular depth, Munoz now against Sanders, and he hits one deep to center field, and they are on the merry-go-round, rounding the bases, and 3 runs should score. The throw into second is not in time. Cincinnati comes back with 4 in the 8th and take a 5-3 lead. We now move to the bottom of the 8th. 1 out. Colorado trying to come back. Mike Kingery hits one into the gap in center, and he's running. And he'll hold with a double. Tying runs at the plate now. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Ruffin against Vanderwall. He hits one to second base. This should be an easy out. Moves the runner over. But now there are 2 outs in the inning. Jeff Brantley comes in to try to nail it down. A 4-out save, perhaps. And that's not what you want to see. Joe Girardi hits one almost to the wall. Bouncing around. A run will score. It's 5-4. He's going for 3. You don't see many catchers ending up with a triple, but he does it. 5-4, Cincinnati. Tying run at third, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Brantley to Nelson Liriano, and he is not getting the Rolaids Award this year. That is a base hit up the middle, and we're tied. Let's see if Colorado could take the lead. Still 5-5, 2 outs, runner on first, and strikes out Hojo off the bench. Howard Johnson goes down. We go to the 9th, 5-5, tie game. Ruffin comes in. Nobody out to pitch to Howard. You gotta watch out for his power. Ground ball to second. Waiting on it. Throw to first. 1 down. This time Ruffin is up against Sanders, who singled on an infield hit. He walks. He can run. 1 out. 5-5. Top of the 9th. Apparently he stole second base. We don't get to see that play. Barry Larkin moves him over to third with 2 out. On a ground out. Pitcher covering. Ruffin against Hal Morris, and it's a comebacker. This should be an easy out, and it's not. He somehow gets an infield single. I don't know if that throw was a changeup or what, but the Reds take the lead 6-5. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Rockies. Chuck McElroy comes in to try to shut it down. Eric Young hits one to short. That's 1 down. McElroy hits one to Weiss. McElroy pitches to Weiss. Fernandez tries to get him at first. That works. 2 down. Last chance for the Rockies. Dante Bichette hits one out to center. Looks playable, and it is. Somehow the Reds come back and win 6-5 after a furious comeback by the Rockies. A great game again, but the Reds take the win. Looking at the box score, Cincinnati with a chance to win, gives it up, takes it back. Team hits for Charlie King. Gerard, big double, 2 hits, 3 RBI. Morris with 3 hits, 2. Hernandez with 2. GC with 3 RBI. Takes the loss. Brantley gets the win, not pitching great. Miguel gets the save. The National League West leaders, the Dodgers at home, the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers at 58 and 56, trying to hold on to not only the division lead, but also a record above 500, which is really hard in the National League West. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-3 Dodgers. Chuck Krim pitching to Raul Mondesi. And he hits one deep to left, just over the teeny tiny wall in left field. Mondesi scores, 334 on the distance, 7-3 Dodgers. Bottom of the 6th, 7-3 Dodgers. Krim still pitching to Brett Butler, and he blasts one to deep right field, just inches over the wall. That's his 9th home run. Wow, 371 feet. The Dodgers take the lead up to 8-3. You don't see that very often. Brett Butler with a solo shot. To the top of the 9th, 2 out, 8-3 Dodgers. Well, Hershiser, I guess, going the whole way. There's a line drive to Butler, and he has his fingerprints all over this game. 8-3 Dodgers win. Let's look at the box score for that one. Dodgers in a rout here. Only 6 hits for the Cubs, 3 hits for Piazza, 2 for Mondesi, 4 behind home runs for Mondesi and Butler. Oral Hershiser goes all the way, 9 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, 3 pitches. Gets busted. 6 runs, 4 and 2 Chuck comes in and 4 hits and runs solo base. Team 2 hours and 36 minutes. Team on the day. Francisco Giants against the Padres. Both teams not in the lead in the division, but both with interesting storylines. Tony Gwynn trying to hit 400. The Giants with 2 power hitters. Matt Williams, Barry Bonds. Let's see what happens. Top of the 6th, no score, 2 outs. Darryl Strawberry hits at the 3rd. Bad throw. Runner at 2nd moves to 3rd. The runner in the corners with 2 outs. Dave Martinez swings and hits it to Steve Shipley. He catches it. No runs scored. Still a pitcher's duel. To the top of the 7th, runner on first, 1 out. Mark Portugal, the pitcher, hits one back to his counterpart. Moves the runner over to 2nd. 2 outs now. Runner in scoring position, and Darren Lewis strikes out. Scott Sanders gets him. Both starting pitchers still in the game in the 7th. Impressive. Top of the 8th. Nobody on, 1 out. Barry Bonds. And he hits one deep to right. And it's not playable. Home run. His 38th of the season. 347 feet. 1-0 Giants lead in this pitching duel. Mark Portugal, the starter, here in the bottom of the eighth, still going against Biff Roberts. Roberts hits one into center field. The tying run is on. Nobody out. Let's see if they bunt here. Well, now with Tony Gwynn up, and he hits one to short. That's fielded. They go the short way to get the front runner. But no double play, one down. Gwynn still at first. Portugal to Derek Bell, and he hits one to center field. This looks like a can of corn. Can's taken off, and the corn is eaten. 2 down. Gwynn still at first. Eddie Williams singles into left. Gwynn moves to second and holds. Tying run, scoring position, bottom of the eighth, 1-0 Giants. Livingstone hits one to right. It's caught. The threat is ended. We go to the ninth, 1-0 Giants over the Padres. Trevor Hoffman comes in for the save. Well, he can't come in for the save. He's in there just to hold the game close. He gives up a single with 2 out. And now we're going for the save. Rod Beck's in for the Giants. Nobody out. Let's see if he can do it. Craig Shipley up there. First chance. Hits a fly ball to right. Very playable. Strawberry makes the catch. 1 down. Lopez up with 1 out. He hits one to right. In front of Strawberry, the tying run's on again. 1 out. Bottom of the ninth. 1-0 Giants. Looking to tie it are the Padres. With 1 out, Brad Osmus, the catcher, is up. Ground ball to short. Could this end it? To second, and that's it. So the tying run still on base. The go-ahead run at the plate with 2 outs. Rod Beck strikes out Gutierrez, and that's your ball game. 1-0. Don't see that every day. We've seen that. We've seen comeback wins in the American League earlier. We saw high-scoring games and a great day. Wish it would have happened in real life, but enjoyable nonetheless. For the Giants, 1 run, 5 hits, 0 errors. For the hard luck loser Padres, now 4 runs, 8 hits, there. Win for 2, keeps the average at 394. 2 for 3 with a solo shot. Now at 38. Sanders tough loss, 8-1 to go. Save